Welcome to part 2 of Omaha Beach. As you can see, I've spawned in as a sniper. Now I have to explain this. Normally a sniper can't take an accurate shot unless he stayed perfectly still for a while, which steadies the scope, or he lays down and remains still for a while. However, there is a way of taking extremely accurate shots, and you can see I've gotten a couple headshots already, even though I've been moving from side to side. I've only seen one other person do this, and that's where I got the idea from. There's a guy I saw playing named 5 Feet Accelerator, and he kept moving from side to side but taking really accurate shots with the sniper rifle. So I took a little bit of time and reverse engineered what he did, and I found that if you time things just perfectly, it is possible to have a completely accurate shot with the sniper rifle right after you stop moving. Since the other snipers, I've gotten team killed, hold on a second. Looks like we've got a little invasion here in the bunker. Like I said earlier, once allies get into the bunker, they stand a pretty decent chance at taking over that flag, which is a disaster for the Axis when that happens. Normally it's very difficult for them to get over here though, because the tanks are guarding the 2 ramps, and there's cannon fire, and a good infantry defense will have engineers who lay dynamite and anti-tank mines on the ramps too. But you can tell from the minimap there's really almost zero defense of those ramps right now, so you should expect a lot of trouble. That flag can only be contested from the front part of the bunker where I was sniping earlier, and one other little area behind this concrete wall. So that may be where the guy's trying to flag. Yeah, there he is. If you stand right up against this wall here, you're within the flag capture radius. And I think I'll just hang here for a bit and keep the flag neutral for as long as I can. There aren't really reinforcements nearby, but yeah, that guy's on the other side of the bunker wondering why the flag's not turning. And I just got team killed by friendly fire from a cannon, looks like. But there's one Axis infantry there. He may be able to take it back. And this is the top spawn point for the Axis. It's the one that spawns the Tiger tank. And if you have to defend this point, Germans are in big trouble. Looking at the scoreboard, we are about 20 points ahead of the Allies. Once it reaches 0, of course, that means that team is out of lives in the round ends, but they're still bleeding because we have 2 out of the 3 flags. And all that time we've spent bleeding out their tickets has given us quite a bit of a lead, but if they manage to recapture that bunker flag, we could be in a bit of trouble once again. Now what I'm going to do here with this tank is do what the tanks are supposed to do, which is guard one of the 2 ramps, and I'll be guarding this eastern ramp over here. You can guard the ramp by having the tank further back and just attack when enemies climb up the ramp, and since there's no infantry defense here, I think I'll just aim the thing downward. The tanks have both a cannon and a machine gun, which aims at the same point that you have your crosshairs for the cannon. The machine gun is extremely accurate at distance. The cannon fires not very accurate because it shoots at this wild arc. In Battlefield 2, the tanks shoot more or less straightforward. But here there's just an extreme arc, and what's keeping it fairly accurate is that I'm shooting downward. See, there's just a sea of Allied infantry going up that other ramp because there's no defense there. minimap shows that the other tank is sitting right beside me. I don't know why he's doing that. You shouldn't have both tanks guarding the same ramp, but the Axis have been relatively incompetent once the Allies got that flag down on the beach. On the other hand, the Allies have been pretty incompetent too, because the destroyer hasn't been aiming its cannons at our tanks. There's not a whole lot the Allies can do about my tank doing this. If they sneak up, they may be able to get an engineer in with a landmine. Otherwise, they have to shoot their bazookas, but the Tiger tank has very heavy armor, so it's difficult to do that. Still lots of infantry going on that other side. That anti-tank guy definitely should not have stopped to reload his bazooka right. Ordinarily, a bazooka infantry will just fire and then just bolt under cover while he's reloading, and then come out of cover just long enough to fire again. Now, I have to confess, I completely failed to pay attention to the bunker flag. The Americans have had it for a while now. That was a major mistake on my part. Now I've gotten team killed once again by the cannon. So now we're going to have to defend that flag way up in the northern area of the map. My spawn time is a little bit longer here because I did at least one team kill. The spawn time on this server is about 5 seconds, I think. Unlike Battlefield 2, where individually you respawn 5 seconds after you die, or 15 seconds, or whatever they set it to, you spawn in waves on this game. So every 5 seconds there's a spawn wave, and anyone who's dead will respawn when that wave hits. So if the spawn waves are every 5 seconds, that means if you die, there's an average of 2.5 seconds. Sit here, heal up, reload my ammo. I feel a little bit more comfortable using a mounted machine gun at this stage because fewer of the allies are going to spawn in as snipers. Hopefully. This map, it's interesting because when the allies are stuck on the beach, it becomes kind of a collective action problem. Each individual wants to be a sniper because that's the only way he can see to remain safe and get kills. On the other hand, if everybody spawns a sniper, then they don't have the firepower they need to do a rush, go up the ramps, and win the map. But usually, after a certain amount of time, the allies will kind of recognize that they're being idiots by all spawning in as snipers, and then they'll start spawning in as medics and assault. And at that point, they have a decent chance of getting up the ramps and doing a good job defending them. Now let's see if I can recapture this bunker area here. You can see this right up against the wall is right inside that capture radius. And if you saw that flag icon blink there for a second, I temporarily, just for a split second, was outside of the capture radius, and you got to do 10 consecutive seconds to capture it. So that reset it, but I did turn it gray. Now, 3-51, we definitely won this map. And overall, I'd say it was a pretty decent job by the Allies in the sense that they were able to capture that bunker and stage an assault on the main base, but they took way too long to capture the beach flag, and they didn't make much use of their destroyer. Well, you can see the scoreboard there, and that's it for Omaha Beach. Stay tuned for the next episode of Let's Play Battlefield 1942.